What is up, everyone? Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 49. As you can see, I'm not in the greatest area to record a podcast right now at the cottage, as you can see. But no matter, we are here. Ryan's back at his house. He'll be going up to the cottage soon. That's what happens. Canadian life, man. Everyone's going to the cottage.
hmm
And that's the way it goes. I want to say I was when I was booking this off at my work, everyone else had their book off days and everyone's reason cottage. Everyone's reason. And this is like the time of
Yeah.
year everyone just goes up to the cottage. It's crazy. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. It's always, I feel like whenever we go away, we go up north or something, it's always late July, early August, because that's the middle of the summer for most people.
Yeah.
In turn, especially if you're going to school, right? Because that's the middle of the summer. It's not like you're interfering with any school, like middle of July,
Yeah.
August. That's kind of when you want to go, right? And it's the best weather too. So it's totally understandable. But
Absolutely.
let's get into some Jays talk. Very good weekend for our boys in
Yeah.
blue.
I know. I was as surprised as you are about how they swept the Texas Rangers, who aren't a terrible team. They've been struggling. They just ended up trading Michael Lorenzen, and we'll get into some trade talks in a second too. But yeah, let's talk about this series. Game one, or were we down 3-0 at the beginning of the game or something like that? Oh no, it was
No,
we
we were
ended
tied 3-3.
yeah,
And
tied
then
3-3, and we ended up walking it off, which was a great way to start that series. I definitely thought we were going to still lose the next two games, but yeah, the Texas Rangers are not the team they were last year. That is quite obvious by
mm,
now. Corey Seager, Marcus Semien aren't having MVP seasons. They're having okay seasons, but they're not having MVP seasons. They don't have Josh Young. They don't have they don't have all their pitching that they had last year. Um they don't have, Jonah Heim like he was last year, Nate Lowe like he was last year, Ezekiel Tovar and or not Tovar, Duran and Leody Taveras are not the same. Um, yeah, so it's interesting. And I mean, first time we swept Texas Rangers since 2016 in the ALDS. That was the
yeah.
first the good memories, I guess, from that. But yeah, it was a good series. If we go into game one of that Blue Jays game, we had the big walk-off hit by Ernie Clement. Ernie Clement, a spark plug for this team, as we
hmm
all love him. He's such an interesting. You think he's a trade candidate like this, or do you think
No, I don't think so.
there's a
I think the Jays will lock him up because of how good he's playing.
well,
I think
dude, you don't even have to
they'll
lock
keep
him
him.
up. Like he has like 4 more years of control. That's the thing. Because
Okay.
because he got DFA'd by the Oakland A's, and then we signed him, and yeah, almost everybody got a hit
I
that
think
game. Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I just think they're gonna keep him because he's playing so well right now.
Yeah.
And the Jays, that's like a perfect player for them.
Yeah.
I could see him being on the team for a while.
Yeah. This was also Yusei Kikuchi's last start, which was apparently looked kind of emotional to him. Um, yeah, he was pretty saddened by the fact he didn't really have a great game. Not great for trade value, as like each game is it's so funny because each game is so important for the amount of trade value a player can have. And then he keeps performing like shit. It's a little tough to watch.
hmm
So and tough to see, but he will be traded. He will be traded by tomorrow. And it's already been quite an exciting trade deadline too, but yeah, I think he will be traded.
hmm
Anyway, something also I wanted to mention about that game one is Vladdy got intentionally walked twice and walked 3 times that game.
Wow.
So he's turning into that Aaron Judge-esque, and not quite there, but there, you know, uh, type of power and type of scariness, because
Yeah.
they're walking in runners in scoring position. Last year, no shot they were doing. So he's already been intentionally walked like 4 times this season, which goes to show. He's
Guys turning into Barry Bonds, man. Prime Barry Bonds. He's getting
I'm
intentionally
Barry
walked
Bonds. Yeah,
for a
I know.
reason.
No, Vladdy, yeah, he's been the only positive part of this season for sure. But yeah, and then let's see who else. Who else got a couple hits that game? Justin Turner has been a lot better as of late. George Springer, as per usual, has been great. But yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, Yusei Kikuchi didn't have his best outing. Jay scored 3 runs in the first, and then walk off by Ernie Clement in the bottom of the ninth, which was just great. You know, chef's kiss by the end of the game.
Hmm.
Game two, both game two and game three, 7-3 final. Which you love that high score. Do you think
Hmm.
that you have an issue with runs? Do you think it's more pitching, or that's actually a big question to ask. Is it more pitching that's the issue, or is it more hitting?
I don't know. Recently, it's been pitching that's been the issue. I feel like the offense has been alive, and the pitching
Game
hasn't been
two,
all there.
pitching was certainly not the issue when Kevin Gosman went 9 innings,
Hmm.
3 earned runs, second complete game of the season. Yeah, I love that because that means you don't have to bring in this fucking pathetic bullpen. You don't have to bring in Trevor Richards and Zach Poop and Brandon Little into the game, which is great because they're
Hmm.
always just terrible. But right now, yeah, no Vladdy, 3 hits again. Kirk 3 hits. Ernie Clement 2 hits. Davis Schneider 1. Justin Turner 3 hits. Lots and lots of hits for this team. I think
Hmm.
it was like 12-3 in terms of hits or something, like 12-4, maybe
Yeah,
even more than
15
that.
to 4.
15-4. There you go. Yeah. So hitting is not an issue right now, but yeah, I don't know. I still think we need to be trading more players away. Hopefully, I think
Yeah,
there will be more. But yeah, okay.
we will definitely be dealing a lot, a lot
Yeah.
before. Was it July 31st? Is that the deadline?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, July 30th tomorrow is the deadline. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to I wanted to talk a little bit about the stats of Vladdy because I can never talk too much about him. So, I'll just talk in the American League because I have it on my phone right here. In terms of average, he is sixth in average with 301. Uh, Home runs, he's 13th in AL with 19. Um, RBIs, he's 11th in. On base percentage, eighth in. OPS, 10th. Hits, fourth. He's 120 hits
Mhm.
already. Walks, ninth. Um, and doubles, 11th, surprisingly. He has
Mhm.
more doubles than J Ram, Altuve, Gunnar Henderson, Juan Soto. Yeah. So dude has been incredible as of late. And I just can't get enough. I'm just happy to see that he has been playing as well as he has. Game three, though, let's talk about that. Another 7-3 victory. We got again Vladdy home run very early. It was 6-0. By the third inning, it was 6-0 Blue Jays. And like by then I was like, okay, they're gonna win this game, and they ended up winning it. Vladdy with the home run, solo shot, Dalton Varsho with the 2-run bomb. Uh, yeah, man, it was great. It was a great, 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 great
Yeah.
game. Um, yeah, like the Texas Rangers, they had nothing. They had nothing going for them, and especially after last year when we got swept in a 4-game series by them, which was just horrible to
Yeah.
watch. They they didn't really have anything going for them. They were not good at all. The Blue Jays, which is great. Oh, we were both yawning, bro. I don't know why I'm so tired. Just always happens when I start talking so much. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, it's understandable. The Texas Rangers. Honestly, to be honest, their regular season wasn't that insane last year either. Like
no, it
they
wasn't.
were a wild card team, and they just popped off in the playoffs. But in terms of uh, success against the Rangers. This was a very important one because we did not play well against them last year, like you mentioned, and this needed to happen if we wanted to make another push into a playoff position, which most likely won't happen. But it's just nice to see that our team is back on winning terms.
Yeah, man.
That's
I know
important.
exactly what you mean. For sure. It is good to see though that they are playing as well as they have been, the Jays, and if maybe they could keep it up. Let's do a little prediction. So for the next few games, they are facing the Baltimore Orioles. They got a doubleheader today, actually. Um,
Yeah.
3 o'clock, 3:05, and then 6:35, and then tomorrow 6:35, and then Wednesday 12:35. Um,
The Orioles
predict.
and Yankees. This is very important. We'll go. I think we'll go 2-2 against the Orioles. Um, the Orioles are pushing for the division against the Yankees because the Yankees have been struggling the past couple months, and the Orioles want to take advantage of that. And they're one game up on the Yankees right now. But I think the Jays, they just came off that winning streak. I think they'll steal a couple from them. They'll win. The Jays will win one of these doubleheader games today. I don't think they're going to lose both. That's usually how doubleheaders work: is that one team wins one of them, one team wins the other. I very rarely see two teams like a team win back to back doubleheader games.
They
So
did it
I
one
think
time
they'll
to the
steal
Orioles,
one.
though. They have done it to the Orioles before. Will they do
Oh,
it
okay.
again? Will they do it again? Probably not. No.
Probably not. No, but
But
I'd say they steal one of them and then they'll win one of the other two games.
yeah,
So I think they tie it.
I think they go 2-2. I think you're right. I think 2-2 is fine with me. Again, they're still 7 games below 500 if they wanna. I think that's the goal of the season is get to 500. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what Scott from the walk off pod predicted. Like he said that he
yeah,
just wanted them to get to back to 500, right? So
that'd be
not just
great.
not I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but back to 500 would be a great goal to set
Yeah,
for
come
the
on.
team.
Like, don't be a loser. Don't have a losing record. Let's have a winning record by the end of the season, and then we
Hmm.
can look back at the season like, hey, it wasn't
It
that bad.
wasn't that bad.
It
Yeah.
was still was
But
bad,
the
but
beginning, it still was bad. Yeah.
yeah,
But not as bad as we thought it was during the season. But I think 2-2 is very respectable against a team like Baltimore. So
yeah,
I will take that
for
100%.
sure. Yeah, I think you're right. 2-2 sounds reasonable, and there we go. Maybe 3-1. That'd be a little intense.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but I
That'd
don't think that
be
will happen.
tough to do. That'd be great, but that's me just being greedy. So yeah. All right, let's move on to remember the game. Ryan, are you ready? Do
Okay.
you have a game for me?
Yeah, I do. I do have a game for you.
All right,
Okay.
give it to me.
Okay. So May 29th, 2022. Toronto Blue Jays against the Los Angeles Angels. This was the last game of the series, played in Los Angeles. There you go.
All right,
Predict the score.
they won. I know that they won.
Okay,
Um,
they did.
yes.
They did win. They did
Okay,
win.
I'm gonna guess the score because I've watched this game. It's very high
Okay.
scoring, right? It's very high scoring.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Was it 11-10 Blue Jays? Yeah,
Right on the money. Yep. Good job.
fucking go. That's all I'm gonna add to that. I got the score. There you go.
All right.
11. I mean,
All right. Yeah, you
I
did.
mean,
You did put it on the dot. So yeah, I'll give
yeah,
it to you.
and they won. So I do
Yeah.
remember okay, I'll tell you this. I do remember the end of it. Romano, I'm pretty sure he gave up. He only went like 2/3, or he went 2/3 of an inning in the ninth. Never,
Romano didn't play.
oh, he didn't play? Okay, never mind. Then I'm thinking of a different game. But I still got it. I still got it. There we go.
You got
Yeah.
it. No, no, that's still a win. You got the
Yeah.
score, and you knew they won. So there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm
All
trying to
right.
think of who pitched though. I know. I want to
For the
know.
Jays?
Yeah. Was
No,
it
he still plays for the Jays.
was it Brios?
Yes.
Okay, then.
But he did
eh,
not last long. He was there
Yeah,
for two
because I
two and a
know.
two and a
Okay,
third.
so George Springer had a leadoff home run. I feel like.
No.
No, okay, that's a different game. Okay, but I know.
Bichette
So
Bichette
Joe.
was the only one. Bichette
Mhm.
was the only one that homered
Okay,
for the
then
Jays.
Raimel Tapio
There
got
was
hit.
three. There was three people. There was three people on the Angels that hit homers.
Okay, Otani.
Yeah, Tony had two.
There you go. Um,
That's my guy. That's my guy right there.
let me think. Maybe Luis Rengifo. I don't
No.
know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Taylor Ward had one, and then
Yeah,
Max Stassi had one.
next steps. Fair enough. All right. Let's move on then. Let's do your game, which I'm sure
Yeah.
you already know the score to before I even tell
I'm
you.
just the Bills. I just know my shit, dude. I
All
know my
right.
shit.
Okay. This is from
And trust me, I don't I like these past couple weeks that we've been doing these, I haven't been watching Bills games. All right. So don't think I'm,
okay.
researching and
All right. This is August 10th, 2021. Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs.
August 10th.
October.
Oh, I thought you said August. Okay. I was like, what? Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
October 10th, 2021. Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, week 5.
I know this game. I remember it vividly. I remember you're giving me Kansas City, dude. I'm gonna remember all these
I
games.
tried, well,
It's
because every last time I tried doing like some other team that you wouldn't know, and then you got it right away. So I was like, maybe I'll
who
try like
who was it last week that you gave me? It was what game was it last week?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Just get
so
this game.
Kansas
Yeah.
City, Kansas City, week 5. Okay, so I remember this because this was Canadian Thanksgiving, not U.S. Thanksgiving. This was the
Yes.
Sunday Canadian Thanksgiving, and I remember because I went to my uncle's house that day for Thanksgiving, and we were watching the game. And halftime, we left their house, and there was a rain delay in the game. So when we got home, it was the start of the third quarter, and he lives in Toronto, so it was a far drive. And there was a big rain delay at the game. Bills absolutely crushed Kansas City that game. This was the revenge game for the loss in the playoffs in the AFC Championship game. Josh went off. Josh had such a good game. He threw a touchdown to um, Dawson Knox had one. I remember that because Josh was on the run and he just chucked it down the field. And Knox caught it. Emmanuel Sanders had one, I believe. Um, I'm just trying to think. Did
Manuel
Josh have
Sanders
a
had
rushing
two.
touch? Yeah, he had two. That's right, he had two. I'm just trying to think if Josh had a rushing one. I don't think he did. Um, Diggs didn't have one, but I think Diggs didn't really have a good game. He doesn't really play well against Kansas City. But I do remember the score. It was 38-24, Bills.
No,
No?
no.
40. No, 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 no. No, the
Want to
Bills
guess
didn't get 40
again?
points. Yes. You sure it wasn't 38-24?
I'm positive.
Fuck. Oh shit. 34-20, Bills.
No,
Fuck. What was the score?
38-20.
What the hell? Oh, okay. Well, I got one. I got two of them right. Just didn't. They're not the right order. Fuck. That was such. I remember that game so vividly. Josh played so well, and that was like they were like 4-1 at the time. Oh my
I
god, they
don't
were
know if
so
I could
good.
give that to you. I don't know if I can give that to you
I
because
literally gave you details of like how the
well,
match went and
you
like who
didn't
had
get them all right.
touchdowns.
Josh did have a rushing touchdown. You said he didn't, and he did. And
All right,
Emmanuel
fine.
Sanders had two rushing touchdowns, and you said he had one. So
Receiving, receiving touchdowns,
receiving
receiving.
touchdowns. Yeah,
All right, fine. All right, the score is now 5-4 in favor of me. I needed that one to be
here we go.
so
All right, you
good.
got the top
That's not
five,
good.
right? You heard what I wanted you to
I
do.
do. I do.
All right,
I
I'll
do.
go. You want to go first?
You introduce it. You introduce it. This
Okay,
is your top five.
sounds good. So for this, we got top five ugliest jerseys. This is for NFL, NHL, and MLB. I've got some good ones because a lot of these City Connect jerseys are pretty ass. But that's not all. That's not all the jerseys. That's all. I actually have a pretty good even amount of baseball, football, and NHL.
Hmm.
So
I have no NFL jerseys.
interesting.
No NFL jerseys. I
I got
couldn't
one
find one that I
NFL
didn't.
jersey.
Find one that I like disliked.
All right.
I was looking at some of them and I liked most of them. So, or I didn't think they need to be top five.
Do you want
But
to
yeah,
go
you go
first?
ahead first.
Oh, you want
You
me?
go
Okay.
ahead first.
All right. So number five, I don't know if you've seen this one, but it is very ugly. Just came out recently as one of the recent City Connect jerseys. St.
Okay.
Louis Cardinals City Connect jerseys, the Lou.
Okay.
It is so ugly. I mean, having saying the Lou, if anyone knows, is just a toilet, man. And calling it that is like the worst thing in the world. Also, the jersey is not, it looks so boring. It looks exactly like the regular St. Louis jersey,
Hmm.
pretty much. And but just worse. And there's nothing interesting about it. And yeah, it's just not a good jersey. It is not. It's
Yeah.
cheap. It's yeah, and I'm not
It's
feeling.
that's very understandable because it just looks like their like their red jersey
Yeah,
with just a
and that's the
different thing
reason
on
I
the
give it
front.
number five is because it's again like St. Louis Cardinals jerseys aren't ugly, but that one just does not look good, and it's I don't like it. I don't like it. Number four. I'm curious to know if you disagree with me on this one because again, it is a vintage jersey. The old purple and yellow Kings jerseys are not it, man. Not it. I'm not a fan.
What with the crown on it?
The crown, yeah,
I like those.
not
I
a
like
fan.
those with Marcel Dion when Marcel Dion used to play for the Kings.
Yeah, no, man, not it for me. And like, who's
Okay.
the other guy that played for them? I forget it. I don't know. I don't know too many of them.
Yeah, so with the one with the yellow stripes on the side with the crown. Okay.
I don't
I
think
don't
it.
mind them.
I don't think it
They're
looks
not
like
the
it.
best looking. They're not the
Yeah.
best looking, but I don't mind them.
Number three. Just in general, the Los Angeles Rams jerseys. I am not a fan of. The colors are
Hmm.
too bright for it. For me, like the very light blue and the yellow.
If you had to pick the worst one, which one would you pick? The home or away?
I gotta see. The one I was looking at was the blue as its main uh home and
The
away.
away is just the white one, and the home's the blue.
Oh, then the blue. Yeah.
The blue one, the
Yeah,
home
the
jersey.
blue.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan. And yeah, it's just I don't think the color scheme for it is that nice. The colors don't look good together, the yellow and the blue. Yeah, just not a fan of
Okay.
that jersey. I do not like it. And
Yeah,
then this one,
I same kind of same with the Kings too. Like it's not the best looking, but I don't mind it.
yeah.
Like I don't like mind it that much. But yeah, keep going.
Um, for me, and then for number two, I think you can agree with this one. This jersey's so boring, so ugly too. The orange Marlins jerseys are terrible looking. They
Oh
are
yeah.
gross. Orange is like one of the worst colors you can use for a jersey, I feel like. If you use it right too. Like if you I mean like because the Flyers, their jerseys aren't terrible. Like they're fine. Like I think of them as like a
Oh, they're classics. Like
they
that's
are
like a
classic. You're right.
historical jersey.
They don't look they don't yeah, they with the Gritty or whatever his name is. They're not terrible, but
Hmm.
I think the orange Marlins jerseys. Take a look if you see them.
Yeah, I've seen
They,
them before. Yeah, they're not the best looking.
yeah, and then number one. This is I feel like this is like well known as like a very ugly jersey. Is the Vancouver Canucks with the V. Is
I like them. I like those jerseys a lot.
no,
I love them.
you just love them because they're nostalgic and classic and like
No, because no, because like Tiger Williams, do you know who Tiger Williams is?
no.
Oh my God,
I
like
know
that's
Tiger
that's like
Woods.
Tiger Williams. He was like the original goon of the NHL, and like
Yeah,
whenever he scored, he'd go on he'd like his celebration would be like he was like riding a broomstick, and he'd like skate. And just search up Tiger Williams goal celebration. It's like the funniest celebration ever, and he like acts like he's on a broom, and then he just throws his hands up like this, like he's riding a horse or something. It's really funny.
interesting.
But yeah, I like the V.
All right,
I like it.
let's hear. All
I
right,
like it.
let's hear yours. Let's hear yours.
You have an honorable mention?
No, I couldn't find enough ugly jerseys that I was like, you know, wasn't like because even the ones I like, yeah, no, I don't have an honorable mention.
Okay. Yes, I was also having a hard time trying to find ugly jerseys because there's obviously has to be something going on with the jersey that makes it significant. So I didn't really mess with it, and there's obviously history behind every jersey. So my honorable mention, I have the current. Actually, no, it's not current anymore because they just recently changed their uniforms. But the Anaheim Ducks home jersey, I just hate like that logo in the middle and orange and black and like whatever yet like white color just is so ugly. So had to put that in because it just stinks. Number five, I have a completely different list from you. I don't have any of the same jerseys that you have. So this is good to see. Number five, there's this old school Chicago White Sox jersey,
Oh, I know what you're talking.
and and they wore shorts, and
Yeah.
it just does not look good at all. Like it does not look good, especially when they're wearing high socks. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. So I have that at five. Like I don't really mind it. Like I like the collar on it. Like I like the collar and the jersey. The shorts is not a good look for a baseball jersey. Um, Baseball uniform. Number four, I have the New York Islanders. They had this jersey in 2011 to 2014. They had this alternate jersey that was black, and it just said New York Islanders on the front. And I like the Islanders jerseys. Like I like their old school like 80s and the jerseys that they use now. But this one was just so, I don't know. It just didn't work well, and like the font in the middle doesn't work well. And they just should just keep it yellow, not yellow, sorry, blue, orange, and white. Not add black because the black just does not look good.
Oh,
This is like the Tavares era where they were stinky and they only had Tavares on their team, and it was just it was a bad era for Islanders, uh, New York Islanders. So I have to go with that. And then number three, I think this will win me this week. I have the Montreal Canadiens 2009 candy cane jerseys. These are shocking. They're like there's stripes across, not pinstripes, but like across the jersey horizontally, and
yeah.
it's blue, red, and white. It's gotta be like I literally had like a seizure looking at it. Like ugly. They tried to think that like it looked cool and like vintage and retro, but it's horrible. Just like their franchise, it's horrible. Uh, Canadians, you guys ruined your classic toilet bowl jerseys. What I sit on every day, taking a shit. This jersey stinks. Horrible jersey. Too
Oh,
much
does it
going
say
on.
pack?
Yes, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that means either. Just a horrible jersey. All right. Now, number two, this I also have an LA Kings jersey, but not the one you have. They call it the Burger King, jersey because it has a uh, guy on the front with like a crown on his head.
Oh
It
yeah.
has like this sash across, and it just does not look good at all. Gretzky wore it until he got traded to St. Louis, but this is like it's just so bad, the layout. And I feel like the 90s, they were trying a lot of these stupid designs and it just didn't work. Like this sash across the jersey is not a good look at all. And that's why they canceled it right away. And they only wore it for one season because that thing is so ugly. It just doesn't work. Like the LA Kings have such a nice color scheme and they just ruined it with that jersey. So I have to put that number two. And number one, I'm surprised you didn't have this or like you didn't know about this jersey, but in 1990, Pirates wore this jersey for one game, I think, and it was against the New York Mets. It was, I think, I just called it the face jersey because it's those it's the sleeveless jerseys,
Yep.
and it literally just has the Pittsburgh Pirates like the pirate face on the front, and it's a
Yep.
red jersey, and then on the back the numbering and like the name is like I don't know how to describe it. It's like all compact together. You know how like the name's usually at the top and then the numbers below it? This was like the name and the number were beside each other. It looked so weird and stupid and just doesn't work at all. I don't know
Yeah.
why the Pittsburgh Pirates like you look at that.
I see it.
That should
I
be
see
like a
it. Yeah.
yellow or black jersey. They put red on it. And apparently their motto for this jersey was that it was supposed to be the jersey of the future. And clearly that's not the jersey of the future because looking back at it 25 years later, no one is wearing a jersey that looks like that. And I'm glad we aren't because they are horrible looking. Horrible. I
You
don't know
like
how
Pittsburgh's
I
jerseys though?
yeah, I don't I like the color scheme. All Pittsburgh jerseys are fine. Like the Steelers,
Yeah, because they all
the
use the same color
Penguins.
scheme. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's great. That's why I like them so much because they use that same color. And this is ruined because it's red. Pittsburgh's not known for their red jerseys. I don't know why it's red. Maybe if it was black and yellow, might have been better. But also the numbering and the name on the back is just it looks so weird and it just doesn't work at all. And I'm also not a big fan of sleeveless jerseys either. I'm not a big fan of those. So
No,
no, I'm not a big fan of those with
you
the
don't like
MLB.
the
I know they tried
Diamondbacks,
that.
like the Diamondbacks and like the Rockies when they had the sleeveless jerseys. Like,
The I liked the Rockies one, the gray one, but I'm just not a big fan of sleeveless like the jerseys. I feel like jerseys like they used to do that with the basketball like NBA. Oh no, they didn't. No, that was the opposite. The NBA had like sleeves on their jerseys for like a
oh
year or
yeah,
two.
like
But
who? I'm trying to think. LeBron used to do sleeves every
yeah,
now and
yeah, the Cavs had them, like the Warriors had them. They had like the black jerseys with the sleeves on them. The Rockets, I think, have them, but yeah, sleeveless jerseys for the MLB just doesn't work. It just, in my opinion, it just doesn't work. But yeah, definitely that Pirates jersey is number one. It red on a Pirates jersey just screams red flag, like
then. Fair
just
enough.
horrible, horrible jersey.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, guys, you can vote for that on Ryan will post that hopefully sometime maybe later in the week. What if you
I
our
swept
viewers
last week too. I beat your ass last week, and
I
you were
know.
so confident in your list. Yeah,
Dang. Fuck.
yeah.
Anyway, before we end it off, I wanted to talk about the trade deadline because there has been a lot of stuff that has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Blue
Mm-hmm.
Jays ended up trading Jimmy Garcia, Danny Jansen, and Nate Pearson. Thank God Nate Pearson is gone. And the fact that we could get stuff from him and not just have to DFA him is great. We got a shortstop, Josh Rivera, and outfielder, Yohendrick Penango for Nate Pearson. For Jimmy Garcia, we got outfielder Jonathan. I'm gonna guess that's his name. Clase and Jacob Sharp. And then for Danny Jansen, we got shortstop Cutter Coffee, shortstop Edinson Paulino, and right hand pitcher Gilberto Batista. Um,
Sounds
so
like a J already.
yeah,
Gilbert.
and so some of the Cutter coffee is like I think the biggest one out of all of
Okay.
the prospects that we got. But out of this, uh we got 7 prospects from this trade deadline. Does that help out our farm system that much? Probably not, but it's something. And hopefully, with the more deals that we do with other teams, that it goes up a little bit more and a little bit more. There's been a lot of trade that like Jazz Chisholm to the
Yes,
Michael
the
Lorenzen
notable
just
one.
got traded to the Kansas City Royals. Um, the Randy Rosarena to the
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Marlins?
to Marlin. No, no, no.
Not Marlins. Mariners. Sorry, Mariners.
Mariners.
That's my bad.
Jesse Winker got traded. There's going to be a lot, and tomorrow it's going to be crazy. I'm sure it's going to be a crazy day for trades. A lot of fun. Trade deadline is also always exciting. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, we'll keep you guys up to date with that sort of stuff, and yeah, but I think that's pretty much it, though. Anything else you have to add, Ryan?
Yes, I do. Olympics have started, which I'm very excited about. I don't know if you're going to be tuning into the Olympics this year. Are you, Ryan? Are you a big Olympics guy, or
We'll see. We'll see.
we'll see? Okay, because I just
Yeah.
wanted to mention Olympics basketball because that's probably the highlight for me, at least, the one that I'll be focusing more on. And Canada is looking very good this year. I think they can definitely win a medal. That's for sure because their team is very good. Shai Gilgeous, Alexander, RJ Barrett, um, a lot of notable players from the
Jamal
NBA,
Murray.
but Jamal Murray, yes. Uh, I think Canada can go all the way this year. I don't know about beating US because their bench is better than our starting lineup, but
Yeah.
I believe Canada can do some damage in the
The power of
basketball sense.
friendship,
But
man. That's all it is. Power and friendship.
yeah, that's for sure. I'm very excited though for the Olympics because I feel like I don't watch the Olympics that much. I pay attention to the Winter Olympics more, just because I find the sports more exciting. But this summer I'm going to try and watch more because there's some crazy sports out there that I don't get to watch on a daily basis. And basketball is obviously the highlight because most people watch the NBA, but sports like my number one hardest sport to play, water polo. My team, my country, Croatia, dominates in, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching that because you should watch water polo, man.
No, I do. I
You gotta
definitely.
watch a game. You gotta watch a game, and it's pretty crazy shit, man. That's why I've had it number one. But yeah, just if you're a big sports fan and you don't tune into the Olympics, try and watch something uh these next couple of weeks when they're on because it's a lot of fun seeing athletes at their best try and compete at the highest stage. And yeah, it's a good time for sports right now. That little lull of that last week with only baseball and actually no baseball because there was the All-Star week, and that little lull kind of has stopped now, and we got the Olympics back on, and yeah, it's a decent time for sports leading up to hockey and football. So yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. Thank you, Ryan. Make sure check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, uh, Twitter, Spotify, YouTube. We are on it all. Make sure to also go check out that episode with Scott Belford from the Walk Off Podcast. Very, very great episode. Go listen to that and listen to this episode as well. Thanks again, guys, and we will talk to you later. Cheers.